Well, hello everybody, and welcome to our weekly hangout here. Happy Friday, and I hope you all having a great day. And I'm sorry I'm a couple of minutes late here, but we were entertaining, and I got a little entertained myself. I hope I hope you can see me well. And today we are gonna be drinking some beer from Kentucky. But before that, hey Alex, how you doing, man? Great to see you here. And let me show you what we're drinking today, actually. Hey Ted, how you doing? And let me know if you can hear me. Okay, I'm using a new pair of headphones here because I recently got a new phone. You know, I was overdue for an upgrade, so I did. And Kim Boykin, good to see you too. Joe Crotto from New Hampshire. Uh, I'll be there soon. Not soon enough, but I'm gonna be there soon this fall. And from Carjack, saludos desde Oklahoma. Una colada. I should have had a colada before here because before the video, but every morning I have a colada. A colada, for those of you who don't know, is a large pot of Cuban coffee. It's meant to be shared, but I usually drink the whole thing myself. Um, from Low Voltage Guy. Hello there, and Dario Lamb Chops. Hey, Robert. And I thought this was gonna be good, but I find these headphones a little distracting, so I'm gonna take one side off. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Um, cool town, Atlanta, and you can hear me fine. Perfect. Hi, Robert, from one of your fairly recent stops, La Quinta, California. A very cool town, La Quinta. I liked it a lot. I wanted to go all the way up to Palm City. I'm not having my brightest day today. Palm Desert. And I did go to Palm Desert, Palm Springs. That's what the name I was looking for. But I'm always in a hurry. What can I do? It's just the way it is. And but La Quinta, California. I stayed there at Lake Cahuilla, a campground. Very nice. It's a good spot to explore the Coachella Valley and to go further west, which is what I did. Norbert Gonzalez. Hello, Robert, from South Beach. Oh, you're right here, man. You're like, if I drive that way as the crow flies, about 10 miles. Uh, that's where you are. And from Marzan Worldwide, happy Friday from the mighty Hamptons. Oh, the mighty! I might pass by the Hamptons now on my way to New England. Who knows? Lola 37, where did you grow up? Where do you wish you grew up? Well, I grew up in Cuba, and then since you cannot change the past, I grew up in Havana. Why would I want to change it? I wish I would have come to this country a little bit um, earlier in life, but that's fine. Then I wouldn't have this accent that I have. But I think the accent is not so bad. So we're all good. Some random dude, you remember me? Yes, I do. And Andy, hi, Alex Cruz. Good. The air conditioning. Well, the air conditioning is temperamental. Thank you for that super chat, Alex. The air conditioning it's working, and the other day it stopped working in the morning, and I tried to drive back to the place where we went the other day. I went with Alex to the air conditioning place for old Kia, and it started working halfway. So it will not work when the car is cold. This is my new diagnostic, by the way. For those of you who don't know the story, background story, old Kia's air conditioning is having problems. But as soon as the car gets warm enough, it starts working, and it's freezing cold. So you just have to endure the heat for about 10-15 minutes, and then it's all good. Okay, let me go a little further back up. Hey, from Kentucky, how's the weather? It's too hot here already. Enjoyed your New Mexico video, and I'm still working on the second New Mexico video, by the way, Joe, and that's going to be Albuquerque. And it's funny because I'm having a little bit of a hard time editing all that stuff because it happened such a long time ago that I'm starting to forget stuff. But it is my intention and my goal to be done with that trip probably in 2 weeks at the most. I have 3 more videos, and then we will do more up to date stuff. Stacy Forrest, this is my 63rd birthday and 32nd anniversary today. Having a Cougar Bait Kentucky Original tonight. Cheers! Well, congratulations and happy birthday, Stacy. Cool. Andy, hi from the UK. All right, Andy. And Ted, I watch a lot of your videos, but I've never seen one with you in Utah. Have you ever been there? It's one of my older videos. Just search for what's it called? The American Wild West, and it's a video in which it's before we had our travel trailer. We landed in Colorado, in Denver, and then we rented an RV and went into Utah. We did like the Arches National Park. We went to the Four Corners Monument. We did Monument Valley. We did what's it called, by Page, Arizona. You know, the Antelope Canyon, the Horseshoe Bend, and Raul Palacios. Hey, Raul. Yeah, Raul is in my living room, by the way. Oklahoma Dave, hey there, Ted. Zion Nash. I didn't get to go to Zion because I figured I wouldn't have given Zion enough time. You know, I only had a couple of hours allotted. This was the time when we still worked and we had like 10 days to do the whole thing. And I said, well, we're gonna save Zion for later because Zion will take 2 to 3 days to really truly explore it. It's not like Arches, for example, that it could take 2 to 3 days, but you can do the main stuff in one day, like we did. We just did the Delicate Arch trail, and that was good. Albert Brock, love your YouTube channel. Thank you. Flat Earth Truth, go Cats. Okay, let me keep going down here. Some random dude, awesome. Did I miss something in the conversation? Okay, let me keep going down. Okay, Alex Cruz, release some pressure. That might help. Maybe. Maybe the AC, less temperature at start. Use Easy Start 364, Robert. I don't know, does that work with car ACs? Gator Dwight, hello, I'm in Fort Myers Beach. Good to hear you, Robert. Thanks for your info and sharing your adventures. Thank you so much. And Ted D, hello from Holland. I thought you meant like Holland in Europe. Holland, Michigan, 41 degrees and raining. 41 degrees. Man, it's today in the afternoon. It's like 90 out here. But you know, it's South Florida. That's just the way it is. California is your home now. No, I'm still in South Florida. Oklahoma Dave, sounds like you're having a vacuum issue or the heater AC door in the air box is hanging. I took it to the mechanic, but since it was working fine at the time, he said, bring it to me when it's not working and then we'll diagnose it. So, you know what? When it gets unbearably hot in the middle of the summer, maybe it'll finally die. And then, I mean, it's only really bad if I have to drive like at 2 p.m. when it's 90 degrees out there and 120 inside the car, and it takes a while for the AC to. Where's your drink? A good question, and I have a very special drink here today. Ted Ward, very cool. Okay. Mahmoud Emin Selek, hello, I really like your voice. Fantastic choice for listening practice in addition to real purpose. Great. Well, thank you so much. And Randy from Maine, I'm going to be in Maine soon. And Alex Cruz wants to see la cerveza. Let me show you la cerveza. Today we're drinking courtesy of Stacy and Chris from Midway, Kentucky. And that's a Kentucky bourbon barrel ale. And I'm going to try it. It's supposed to have probably some of that essence from the bourbon barrels, which are used only once to age the bourbon, and then they repurpose them like to make beer or to make wine or actually I was in one of these distilleries and they said even tequila, some of the more expensive tequilas, they age them in bourbon barrels. So that's pretty cool. And let me show it to you before. Thanks for waiting for the shirt. Hey, how about Alvernia University? Yes. Uh, Actually, it was a little big originally, but we washed it and now it's perfect. So thank you so much. And let me pour that fantastic beer here, and I have. Oops, I gotta get me a wireless setup for the mic, and the only reason I wear this mic is because it is closer to my mouth, and it's probably more intelligible that way. And let me do this, and hopefully I will not make a mess here. By the way, the glass is also from that. I don't know if you can see it from that a Kentucky bourbon barrel, and I don't think this camera can focus that close. But anyways, here we go. And I don't want to get too much head, but this is a very nice glass. This is the type of glass that you would use for an ale or for a Trappist ale, that type of beer. Oh, well, I'm just gonna fill it up to there. So everybody, as we say, salud, cheers. Mm. And I'm practicing my Norwegian for my trip to Scandinavia, and I think they say skål, so skål for you guys too. Very nice. I leave it there. I don't want to get drunk too early. And volcano time lapse. And hi Robert from New Brunswick. When you process your videos, the one from the GoPro is in 1080 while the rest is in 4K. How do you process it for it to be all in 4K resolution? Well, when I create the master file in Final Cut or whatever it's called, the project, I set the resolution to be 4K and 29.97 frames per second, which is 30 frames. Drop frame is an NTSC thing, and what the program does when I drop something that is, I could drop even 480 footage or even lower. It will upscale it or upscale it to 4K. But the GoPro, where you're still watching 1080 quality. How much RAM memory is needed to edit videos about an hour in length? It depends. My computer was fine with 8 gigs of RAM until I upgraded to the latest version of Mac OS, which is High Sierra, and now it's not enough. I would say with a modern computer nowadays, about 16 at least. And the length of the video is it's really not as important. I don't think as how many programs you have open at the same time, and probably the resolution I think my video is crapping up. Just move in Key West, Florida. Come back here. We're gonna go there soon, actually. 20 miles north of Holland is snowing. Oh man. Hi, Uncle Robert from Jonathan Capperston. Yum, nice, salute. Go Kentucky. Hello from DeLand, Florida. Really enjoy your videos. Thank you so much, Sue Sprang. And IB, good morning from Rotterdam in the Netherlands. All right. How is your camera that fell where we're hiking? It's dead. It's sitting there waiting for someone who knows how to fix it. I have it right here. I replaced it with, it's practically the same model. It's just that the next one that Sony came up with, it has a better zoom lens, and supposedly the sensor is a little better in low light. Oh, by the way, I have a letter here from someone, Mr. Thomas J. Martin, and he does tattoos, and he sent me these stickers. I almost forgot, and you know, it's always good to have a mailbag. I'm gonna get a PO box soon, so you guys can send me more stuff if if you want. And he wrote, "Hi Robert, you were kind enough to send me stickers, so I thought I'd do the same. Don't know if you're into tattoos, but I own a workshop in Albany, New York for 25 years. Here are some other stickers. T-Bone. So if you're gonna check them out, this is called larktattoo.com. So if you wanna get some ink, and you're in the area, call him up. So that's it. Let me start going real quick here because I'm really behind on the messages now. Um, Thank you, Stacy. Yes, I liked it. Actually, she sent me 2 bottles. This is the second one. The second the bottles, not cans. I like how you reply and interact with your fans. You haven't let the fame go to your head. Yeah, not yet. It's still. I still don't think I'm that famous, if you will. I don't know. It's strange sometimes when I meet people on the road and they know me and I don't know them. But it's also very very super way cool. Ahmed Postaci, hi from Germany. I drank now to Burg. Salute, salute. This jumped around, jump around. Thank you, Doug, for that. Doug H, for that super chat. Thank you, Robert, for all the videos. And I'm sorry if I skipped anybody out there. And if I skipped you, actually, let me go back up. Because we have our moderator, this traveler, Eric. Check him out. And he's actually setting up his YouTube channel, this traveler. So fill her up and drink it down and say, all right, man. And Jessica Preguero here. So actually, this traveler, he needs 100 subscribers so he can make some changes to his YouTube channel, because YouTube doesn't let you do anything unless you have a certain number. So check him out. He just did a video at the Florida Wild Park. Is it called? It's a pretty cool video, and subscribe to Eric, to this traveler. Check him out, and he's our moderator, so be nice to him. Otherwise, he'll delete your comment. And we have Lisa Boxley from Custom Covers. Thank you for the referrals this week. You must be the last honest person on earth. I hope to be sponsoring your wonderful YouTube channel again soon. Thank you so much, Lisa, and thank you for your support for the past months, and hopefully we can work together again in the future. That would be great. Ted, I just said that because you replied to a message I sent you on Facebook. Very cool. A lot of people don't reply back. Keep it up, my friend. Telehack, Skol. Yes, Skol. Salud. Oh, we have also here Rolling Earthship. Louis. And Louis, you are in Alabama? Yeah, I heard something that you and Lydia were traveling, but in Alabama. Cool, man. Enjoy Alabama. You know, I've driven through Alabama many times, but I've never actually camped or done anything in Alabama. I cheated to put my sticker on my map in the RV. I went to this funky looking truck stop called the Oasis, and I said, "Well, I did something. I ate in Alabama, so I'll put my sticker." But yeah, man, looking forward to following your adventure. And his rolling airship, and he travels with Simply RVing. It's another YouTube channel, so there you go. There are so many of us now, right? It's so cool that we have such a great community. Jackie Trujillo, hi Robert, enjoy your videos in Mexico. It was New Mexico, actually. Love the churches. It was beautiful. No pelicans, but yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, different area out there. And I think I might go back next year in the winter. I'm hoping to do the RTR and all that. And here we have the David Brewer from KCXL, Kansas City, and it's great to see you here, David. And he did interview me for a program. It was the All the Junk in the Trunk show in the radio station, and that was really cool to be able to talk to folks on the radio station. And Jessica Preguero just moved to Key West, Florida. Congratulations. It's a beautiful place to live. I don't know if I could afford it, but Eddie 4011. Hola Robert, ¿cómo estás? ¿Vas a venir al RV show este weekend in Palm Beach? I don't know. I was almost 100% sure I was going to go, but we don't know yet. I might go on Saturday, but it all depends. It's probably not going to happen, unfortunately. Um, Pace Florida Chick Rocks is the famous Traveling Robert live. Yes, we are live and in living color here on the internet. How to fix a dead camcorder? Take a sledgehammer to it. Yeah, I almost tried that. Trust me. No, I was just hitting it on the side. It looks like a faulty contact somewhere, because the screen started going like, like, I don't know if you saw my Sedona video. I showed a little bit of what it was doing. It's And then it got like all you know, in the 90s, when you went into one of those scrambled cable channels where you could only hear the sound. If you are my age, you know what I'm talking about. That's what it looked like. The image all like, and then it just died. I love travel videos from Kathy Socha. Watch them on the treadmill, but going to get RV. What about a Mini 235 DKS? I'm not entirely familiar with that model, but I'm assuming it's like 23, 24 fit. And yeah, the minis are pretty good. It's not the top of the line, but they're solid for the most part. Kevin Carlin, do you do all of your own work, or do you have help from another person, or two or three or four? Sometimes I have help from my wife or my mom with the camera that I've had them, but the rest is mostly me. Yeah, I do the music, I do the editing, and I do 90% of the shooting. Yeah. um, Ted, love your videos and music, Robert. This campground Wi-Fi is too slow to watch. Sorry, catch you later. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. If we've been in campgrounds, we know that campground Wi-Fi usually doesn't work. If you have 100 RVs trying to watch Netflix or YouTube at the same time, nope. Hi from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I really hope to go to Lancaster, Pennsylvania this coming September, and the city Amish country and all that. I have so much stuff that I want to fit in like a month and a half, 2 month road trip, that I'm going to try to see as much as possible. Hack, I used to ask you about mountain trailering. You were right. Thanks to the support. We went through the Smokies and Mount Vogel, Georgia. What can you say about out west? Anything different out there to note for RVers? Well, not really. The worst mountain RVing I did was the drive from Phoenix to Flagstaff, and we went up to 7,000 feet. And as you know, the higher altitude, the less the car loses horsepower. I don't know. Somebody told me the formula. I don't know how many horsepower you lose per 1,000 feet of altitude. Just take it slow. I just at some point I was going 30 miles per hour, and luckily it was 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside, so the car didn't uh, get that hot, which is a good thing because I was heavy. I was planning on boondocking for a couple of nights, so my water tank was full, and water is like 8 pounds a gallon. So Islander Sun, how do you go about BLM land? And is it different in every state? No, BLM land I do believe is the same. I haven't done all that much BLM camping, but if you go to Quartzsite during the day, they have someone there checking you in, and they give you the permits. You have to fill it out. It's free. You fill it out, and the permit says 14-day free camping. Had it for 5 months to be accurate. Wild Florida. There you go. This traveler. Now I'm getting back to comments that I said 10 minutes ago. So this traveler, your channel, you've had it for 5 months, and I remember that you went to that same place that I went to by Sebastian Inlet, and that's part of your new trailer. And Wild Florida, that's one of the places that I want to go at some point. Maybe on one of these trips, going north through Florida. But yeah, that's a cool place and a cool video you made. Terry Wells, hello Robert from Bend, Oregon, another place that I want to visit. Thanks for all your efforts. Traveling not always easy. No, sometimes it's not always easy and not always cheap either. But it is my passion to do it and tell you guys all about it. So. Um, Hello from Rhode Island, another place that I might visit soon. Try to visit Water Fire in Providence. It is a nighttime event with wood burning, make many containers in the middle of the river with great music. And Keith, when does that happen? Water Fire in Providence. You know what? I'm gonna research that right now. I'm just gonna open a window here and paste it in, and then I'll I'll look it up. Doo-doo-doo. Let me do something here real quick. There. Hi Robert, planning to make a big purchase by the end of the year. Do you have any advice on whether I should go with an Airstream or Class C? Well, they're two very different animals, really. The Airstream, it's gonna be very expensive, and you still need a truck to tow it. Class C, some are really well made, like some of the Mercedes Sprinter models, but some, and I'm not gonna mention any brands, are not great. But what can you do? It's really two whole different. Unless you're talking about the Airstream, the new one, the it has a what's the name? It'll come to me. Hi Shirley Copeland, Mr. Morris. Hello Robert. I can't believe I finally made it to a live chat session. Hello from Canada. Hey, Canada, eh? I love your videos and every time you go to the Keys, keep on RVing, and I might go to Canada coming soon. Hello from California. Oh man, I'm gonna have to start skipping messages here because there's so many. I really loved your Pacific Coast Highway with RV video. Thank you. That's an oldie but goodie. Staten Island, I want to go to Staten Island too, but probably I don't know. New Springville, Staten Island. Acadia National Park in Maine is beautiful. Do you always travel alone? No, usually I don't. Usually I travel with my wife. I've done a couple of trips solo lately, just because she's had to report to work basically. And Robert, tú no contestas en Spanish. Yo contesto hasta en chino, brother. Eddie, yes, of course, I speak English and Spanish. Come to Bonnaroo, Manchester, Tennessee. Come for Bonnaroo, Manchester, Tennessee. Next time, maybe next time I go up, you should check out the YouTuber, the greatest in the US. He just started. Who is it? Love to see a video at Bonnaroo. I'm gonna check it out, Bonnaroo. Rolling Earthship heading to Knoxville. That's cool. I've driven through Knoxville a couple of times. I've never actually stopped there, but I hope you check out the mountain. The mountains are beautiful out there, and the Smoky Mountains and all that. It's a great area, man. I was just there like 2 weeks ago. Hey Robert, great to see you from Virginia. Have a great weekend. Thank you. And this travel, one of these days of watching those premium channels. LOA. Hey. Oh, those days. You did that too, huh? GoPro cam. I have. I don't use. I only use the GoPro now for the top of the trailer. That's the trailer cam, and it still works. And the reason I use it, even the quality is not that great, is because the battery lasts a long time. The battery lasts. If I really push it over 3 hours, because I have an extra battery that goes in the back. Love your videos, Robert. Very informative. Thank you. Kevin Carling, have you ever daisy chained your gas cans to allow your generators to run without refills? No, I haven't. I haven't run my generator that long. I haven't had the need yet. But perhaps I will one of these days. Android, Anthony, how you doing, man? Happy Friday and drink one of me. Monday I'll put 1 month notice to quit my job and start my RV journey. Well, congratulations, man. I hope you have a great time, and I hope to meet you on the road at some point. Hello from Southern Ohio. By the way, Ohio people are great. I love Ohio. I love that area of the country for sure. God, thanks for the videos. Love to see you at Bonnaroo. Nashville, not Knoxville. Oh, Nashville. Well, even better, Nashville. Just go to if you like music, go to Broadway at night. There's like bar after bar after bar after bar with all of them with great. Some of them are rock music. Some of them are country music. And there's a lot to see in the city. You have the Cumberland River there. You have a replica of the Parthenon and hot chicken. I'm looking forward to seeing actually to your videos, Louis. I want to see what you do in Nashville. Tally 7K feet. 7K, 7, yeah. Oh, there you go. I forget what I said 10 minutes ago. It's funny. Hey, okay, Ted. Islander's son, thank you. Island Legends. Hey, Robert, my name is Valerie. Heading for the Bahamas. Yaman. No, that would be Jamaica, right? And watch you all the time. Thank you so much. The other day, I got a voice mail from someone in Jamaica, and he was singing my song. I forgot it to play it in this week's podcast. I'll play it in next week's podcast. How many state parks have you been to? Ooh. Let me get back to you on that because it's been a few. Just in Florida, it's been probably 10 or 15. And then in Georgia. And then in. Actually, a cool state park is in Utah. And that's a Goblin Valley. That's a state. I thought it was a national park. That's a state park. How do you like the generator? I've been looking for one that does power good. As the gas is the gas uses good. I haven't used it all that much. I used it a lot in quartzite, and it worked quite well. It's not as loud as it sounds on video. Earl Blackman, hello, Mr. Robert from Arkansas. Hello there, Earl. And have you done any battery upgrades to the Winnebago? Yes, it came with an 80 amp hour flooded, regular lead acid battery. And I upgraded to an AGM that is supposed to be a 120 amp hour. I haven't noticed all that much of a difference. I still want to upgrade, do one further upgrade, maybe two AGMs or something like that. Joe from New Hampshire, does your Kia have an altimeter built in? Yeah, it does actually, and it's very cool. It's not super accurate, but it's accurate probably within 100 feet. But yeah, it did come with a built-in altimeter. I don't know why. Maybe because it was meant originally to be like an off-road vehicle, like the four-wheel drive Kias from that era were very capable. 2004. Mine is a rear-wheel drive. It's more like a truck. Pick up my new RV tomorrow from Jeep W199, and congratulations. Have a great time. Now the fun begins. Mr. Morris, let me know when you are in Canada. Would love to say hi. Me encantaría saludarte en persona. Avísame cuando decidas venir. Where in Canada are you, Mr. Morris? Because Canada is like kind of huge. I'm probably going to be in the northeast, on the eastern part of Canada as part of my New England trip this time. Although next year I do want to go Vancouver, Banff, the western, the middle, like Winnipeg. That's going to take me a little while, but eventually. Boom, boom, boom. Hold on. Daisy chain. No, okay. Where did I left off? This thing is. Andrea and Bismarck. Say hi. Hi, Andrea and Bismarck. And how did you decide on RV to buy? It was this highly scientific process of walking into it and falling in love. Actually, it was a little more than that. And eventually, our dream RV at the time was a Class A. Go figure. Uh, but then I found this Micro Mini, and it happened to fit in my driveway, and it happened to be light enough that I could sort of tow it with my existing SUV, and that was basically it. And for an entry level unit, it's been great. And Bay Border 415, thank you so much for that super chat. Looking forward to meet you and greet in Hershey. Say hi to Ileana, and I will. And I really look forward to meeting you too in Hershey. Hershey is gonna be great. We gotta do like a big meetup in Hershey. Um, My husband is 6'3", no shower fits. What do you think? You gotta get something. Check out the Pleasure Way Plateau XLTS. That's kind of like my dream RV at the moment. And they're not paying me for saying this. So that has a pretty nice tall shower for a B plus. If you get into one of those huge Class A's, you're gonna have no problem. Or a nice large fifth wheel, you're gonna have no problem being 6'3". But yeah, you wouldn't fit in my Micro Mini for sure. More diesel, you badass young man. Thank you for calling me a young man. Kathy, being tall is tough in RV showers. Yes, yes, it's the truth. And if you walk into a casita, you're gonna have to shower sitting down in the toilet. I've been talking and sharing your channel for a couple of years. Thank you so much, more diesel, and that's what makes us grow and be able to show you more and more videos. I am up in Oviedo, Oviedo, España, Spain, or Oviedo someplace else. Mr. Morris, I'll be in Miami towards the end of July. Would love to say hi, but don't know how. Just send me an email when you're nearby, Robert at travelingroberts.com, and if I'm here, sure we can say hello. Can you give some memberships that would, huh? Kathy, can you give some membership that we should buy to begin RVing? Well, I'm a member of Good Sam, and actually I'm an affiliate. So if you go to travelingrobert.com/goodsam, I get a tiny little bit of commission, which is always good. And Good Sam is good because a lot of, especially the private campgrounds, they give you pretty decent discounts. It could be 10, 15%, sometimes even 20. And you get $5 off per gallon in all the pilots and flying J's for starters. And you get discounts on the store and on the dump station. So Good Sam is one of the best ones. I'm a member of KOA too, just because I like KOA and I like the the ease of use, like to reserve. You don't have to call. You can do everything online. So KOA is a good one. A lot of people say a Harvest Host. I haven't had the greatest experiences with Harvest Host, but I seem to be in the minority. Maybe I've been doing it wrong, so I'm not gonna trash talk them. But that's another one that people talk a lot about. And those are the ones that I have. I don't have Passport America or any of the other ones, so I couldn't tell. Jasper Almeida, hey brother, Alex from the Netherlands. Really love your travel show. Can't stay enough. So, all right, thank you. Come to the Bahamas. Yes, at one point I'm going to go to the Bahamas, but the Bahamas are big, so I'll probably do Nassau or Freeport or Eleuthera. Would be nice. Maybe when I buy that sailboat that everybody seems to be moving to sailboats. Maybe I'll go to the Bahamas in a small town 1 hour from Toronto. I don't know if I'm gonna make it all the way west to Toronto. I was thinking maybe doing like Quebec, Montreal, and then from Montreal shoot back down to New Hampshire, but we'll see. And Keith Carpenter retracted his message. When you go to Hershey, well, I'm gonna go in mid-September for the RV show. Kevin Carl, I'm caught up. What how awesome! Kevin Carlin, can you take the ferry from Bar Harbor to Nova Scotia? Or is your Micro Minnie too big for that voyage? I don't think it's too big. I'm pretty sure I could take pretty much any ferry. So, but we bought our Hershey tickets online, so we're all set. All right, sounds great. The Rideau Canal from Kingston to Ottawa, great camping along the way. I've been there. I was there. I rented a car, and I've been in the area, and it's beautiful. Of course, it was a rainy day. It didn't stop raining for the 2 days that we were in Kingston and Ottawa, but I had those videos. Look for my Canada videos. But that was before I had an RV. We were in the dreaming stage at that point. Um, Near you. Okay, this traveler is back. Moore is located northwest of Orlando. That's the park. Keith Carpenter, batteries are rated at an 8-hour rate, so 80 amp hour battery is rated at 10 amps for 8 hours. Well, yeah. And yeah, it's 80 amp hours is not enough. And amps, of course, are different. That's at 12 volts. So if something is 10 amps at 120 volts, it is 100 amps at 12 volts. So, anyways, I'm no electrician, but I know a little bit. It's all mind-boggling sometimes. I know I can more or less survive one night with my battery, with my computer connected and the furnace going. And thank you, Red Jaguar. We're gonna see you soon. Well, not soon enough, but in September at the RV show. And thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate it, man. And hello from Lake Elmo, Minnesota. Minnesota is one of those states that I haven't visited yet, but I want to. I've seen videos of Minneapolis, and it seems to be a city with a lot of character, and of course the rest of the state. And thank you for the coffee tip from Pilon to Bustelo. My Cuban friends join me too. Oh, great! That's great. Actually, do remind me. My voice is going, so I should have some Kentucky bourbon barrel ale. Count Mute. Hello, Meout from Central Florida. You know who's from Central Florida? Our moderator, this traveler. I noticed you stay in Orlando when you went to AdCop. Have you stayed in Fort Wilderness? I've tried, but it's always fully booked. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, or I'm always booking it at like in the Garden and Flower Festival or during the Food and Wine Festival or on a weekend. But yeah, eventually I'll make it there. And hello from Winnipeg, Canada. Would love to see Winnipeg, and especially if you head east to Kenora and Lake of the Woods and your videos. Keep up the fine work. Thank you. And I might go to Winnipeg at some point. At one of the days, just to document it, I want to do the sugar beet harvest, which is it in North or South Dakota? Is there on there? Maybe after that, shoot up to Winnipeg, although it might be too cold by then. I don't know. We'll see. Alex Cruz, does the tire minder have a shut off button? I charged it and it can seem to turn it off. If I recall correctly, it turns off by itself. But what happens whenever it detects a vibration, it turns back on automatically. The updater, long time before I am watching. What I did with the time minder, I left it connected all the time. Trying to get the guitar down and sing my... No, not yet, not quite yet. It's early in the night. How many miles did old Kia drive already? Well, she's got about 141,000 miles right now. And I figure she might do 60 more and hit 200 before I have to get something else. Okay, this traveler, if you want to book at Fort Wilderness, need to use the Disney website. I've seen lots of openings. Yeah, I think I have used the Disney website. Maybe, as I said, maybe I've been doing it in those dates when it's in high demand. Hey, Robert, when are you going back to the Keys? Show us how they are rebuilding after. Well, I have a video in the vault here. I just want to finish my West series yet. We went to Bahia Honda State Park, and I don't know how it is right now, but at the time I went, and this was like a month ago, still most of the park is still closed to the public. All the whole ocean side is closed to the public because of damage. Although it looked fine to me, but yeah, they're not fully open yet. And but yeah, I'm gonna release that video in about 2 weeks. That's when I'll get to it, most likely. And but the Key West is 99% back to normal. For example, it's just certain areas where the hurricane really hit them. Of course, the rate for one night is approximately $80 to $100 a night. Yeah, I know. Those are Florida Keys prices. But at some point, I have to make it to Fort Wilderness, if anything, for you guys, for my viewers, right? And I would love to stay there. It's right next to that abandoned water park. That the name escapes me right now. West of Jacksonville, north of Baldwin, is Cary State Campgrounds. $13 a night and great facilities. A little platinum Bud Light on sale at Publix with Crown Royal Boost. Cheers. No. Crown Royal. Cheers. What did you do for a living before RVing? Well, I always had the side hustle of the music. I have a recording studio, which I didn't always have it, but I have it now, and I'm a musician. And then my main job was office work at a major. It was a major Spanish TV network. I did traffic and commercial operations, and yeah, that was that. When are you hoy? Hi, Robert. When are you hoy? Bahia Honda State Park is lovely. I've been there a couple of times. Yeah, Ted, it is very nice. It's not fully recovered yet, as I said. All the whole ocean side, the nice beach is still closed, but the bayside was open, and I got some great drone footage. But I know it's banned in the state park. They have a big sign at the entrance. But if you take off from outside the park, you can actually fly closer to the park, and I got some great drone footage, and I had a great time there. We went to the beach. The water was still a little chilly. This was last month, so this was probably early April. I'm planning to go to Key West in mid-October. Yeah, Eric. And yes, I do live in the Miami area. Did someone ask? Maxi asked that. Sometimes I miss comments, guys. Don't take it personally. Sometimes this thing just. And I have a little bit of dyslexia too, so sometimes I just go like and miss. Kevin Carling, Allentown, New Jersey, RV on a boat. Where have you been that you put your RV on a vessel or some kind of barge, ferry, Titanic? No, I almost did when I was was this place, Fernandina Beach, and I wanted to meet a viewer, and he's not here right now. His name here is Rich Family Adventures. Is it Rich Family? I've had too much beer. Never mind. But I was going to meet him because he owns a car detailing business, and he wanted to wash Mini Tini, and I was going to take a ferry, and I missed the entrance to the ferry, so I had to take I-95. But there's a ferry there. But to make a long story short, no, I haven't. Uh, I haven't taken my car on my trailer on a ferry. Disney River Country, yeah, that's that abandoned park that is right next to Fort Wilderness, and I would love to fly the drone there, but I'm sure they're not gonna let me. You are near the state. You were near the state park for research, of course. I wanted to see it from above, see how they were fixing it. Hi, Robert. Would you be writing a new song for your travels to the Northeast? Traveling Northeast of Miami? I'm certainly gonna try to come up with something. One or two, actually. Yes, it's only for so long that I can repeat the same music over and over. So yeah, I did compose something really quick. It's almost for New Mexico, just to have something different. But yeah, I'm planning on traveling using a YouTube RV channel for funding tips. Oh man, it's hard. It takes time. And you can always you know write a comment on a live video of a slightly larger channel, and yeah, we'll do something together if you want. But yeah, you just get yourself known, put out quality content, and it takes time. I've been doing this since 2008, believe it or not. Yeah, Allentown, New Jersey. I've heard of Allentown, Pennsylvania. I didn't know there was. I didn't either. I remember because that song, that Billy Joel song called Allentown. It was we're hitting Allentown, something like that. Getting a light travel trailer, 17 footer, maybe a Clipper brand. What do you think of Clippers? I'm not too familiar with the Clippers, to be honest. Um, I don't know. I don't know how they are made right now at this moment. And we have Great Scott from West Palm Beach. Many people with drones give them nicknames. Have you named yours yet? And if not, you should call it the Pelican. That's a great idea, man. Add into your Fly Pelican Flies slogan. Okay, it's official. The good Mavic is now called the Pelican. That's awesome. We're living here in Allentown, and the closing of the factory is down. Yeah, that was a good song. They had like the factory sound effects on it. Yeah. Rotterdam is calling it a night and looking forward to new videos. All right. Happy traveling and editing. Till the next week. Till next week, Ivy. And yeah, it's kind of late in Rotterdam. Jim Beam and ginger ale on ice. It's nice for those sunsets and pelicans. Well, I did buy a bottle of Jim Beam recently when I was in Kentucky, and it's I forgot what it's called right now. They take whatever is at the bottom of the barrel. Good stuff. Have you no? Where's your preferido café? What's your preferred coffee? And I'm not too particular. Either Bustelo or Pilon, whichever is on special at the grocery store. They're both owned by Rowland Coffee, which is owned by Smokers. So in reality, it's not the greatest. Coffee snobs will tell you that it's not the greatest coffee, but it's how Cuban coffee is supposed to taste, and both are more or less comparable. I cannot tell the difference, Bustelo or Pilon. Have you wear out the original tires on Minitini yet? Oh yes, I did. This is a second set of tires, and besides that, one of my tires, the axle is bent. There's something wrong with it, and that tire wears out faster than the rest. Probably every 3 to 4 thousand miles, I have to change that one. So yeah, I'm already on the second set of tires for sure. Paul John, my kids got the CD riding in my RV and they didn't give to me till after my birthday. Where's Grandma Patty? Good question. I haven't. She was here a couple of nights, Fridays ago, and then gone. Stacy Forrest, Woodstock Inn Station and Brewery in New Hampshire. Great beer and food. Camped there when I lived in Massachusetts. I'm gonna try to check it out. Jim Beam and Coke. My German friend got me hooked. Yeah, Jim Beam gets good stuff. And I have there the other one that is called the Ocean. The one I showed it last week is the one that they age in a barrel and they put it on a cargo ship and the ship goes around the world. And I haven't opened it yet. I might open it tonight. Who knows? Gotta go later. Later, Harold. Have a good night. Happy Friday. And before I forget, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. This Sunday in the United States, it's Mother's Day. So to all the mothers, happy Mother's Day. Since we are kind of wrapping this up already. Ironic, I use Bustelo in a French press. Well, there you go. It probably works great. And I remember when I lived in Hollywood, Florida, I used to go to a cafe restaurant on the corner of US 1 and Pembroke and get espresso for 70 cents, and they come in a small cup and they give you a little. Yeah, the little. Usually, what they do now that you can buy the colada is to share, and then you can share it between friends. Love watching you. Okay, Kevin Carling, like Bustelo, Jay Boroden, love watching your videos. You are very entertaining. Thank you so much. And yeah, Jackie Trujillo. Hey Robert, are you doing any more cooking video? No, I haven't done anything in a while, but I gotta start doing it again. Is flying drone hard? I just ordered a DJI Spark. Any good? Well, the DJI Spark, it flies almost the same as the Mavic that I have. It's easier. The better the drone, the easier it is. When I bought my first Phantom, you had to learn how to land it, and it wasn't as stable. This Mavic practically flies itself, and it's very stable. You just have to be aware of your surroundings and get the muscle memory for the control. This is up and down, right and left, right, and this is forward, back, and right and left. But this is the left is right and left like this, and the right is right and left like this. It's not hard by any means. Pete Pencil, hello from Ronnie Allen in Winchester, New Hampshire. Don't come here, though. It's a huge dump. Okay, I won't. Actually, there's a huge dump that I want to go to. It's called Centralia, Pennsylvania. It's this town that it has fire underground going for I don't know how many decades. I would love to see that. It's like a ghost town these days. Joe, happy Mother's Day. Yes. Any Cuban Latin restaurant that you recommend in Fort Lauderdale? When I used to work, not in Fort Lauderdale, but in Miramar, there used to be this place called Las Vegas. Las Vegas used to be good. but that's when I used to work up there. So I don't know. That's the only Cuban I really know. There's La Carreta, but that's in Hollywood. So I'm not sure. I haven't really hung out in Fort Lauderdale in a while. I should go up there more often. Maybe I will. I'll start doing more local videos down here, and that way I can explore. And late bloomer 619, thank you so much for that super chat. 999. Thank you, Robert. To any plans with your mom? Yeah, she's coming on Sunday here. I'm gonna make some pork roast or something. We're gonna. She's diabetic, so she doesn't like food with too much salt. So we're gonna do something here at home and something healthy. Since you since you're near West Palm, how about the Floridian Funky Buddha? I like the Funky Buddha. It was actually created in Boca Raton, and now their factory is, or their brewery is in Oakland Park, which is just north of Fort Lauderdale. But yeah, it's one of my favorites. I actually have two cans in my fridge as we speak. I might have one after I finish with the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale. Tatadeka, hello, good to see you too. When are you planning the next trip to Orlando? I don't have anything planned right now, but I might stop by for one night on the way to Pennsylvania, to Hershey, Pennsylvania. I don't know yet. I don't have anything planned. I've been to Disney so many times. Well, not so many times, but when we were younger, and when we used to make it a day trip. It's like a 4 hour drive, so we would wake up way before dawn and drive all the way up to Kissimmee, or to actually to. Sometimes we would stay at a cheap hotel in Kissimmee. Sometimes we just make it a day trip, and we would be at Walt Disney World at 9 a.m. when they opened. Stay the whole day, and then probably we left by 9 or 10 p.m. and then drove back to Miami. Arrived back here at 2 a.m. That used to be our early Orlando road trips. That's how I first met or first knew Disney World and Epcot and Universal Studios. This We're talking 1990, 1991. Just I was fresh off the raft. Just you know, uh, yeah. I didn't come in a raft, but it's expression. Yeah, I arrived here in '88, so this was 1990. Say you were driving and want to stop for a few minutes. It's the hottest of summer, but you want to make the mini cabin cool. No shore power. What do? I open Kia's trunk. I haul out that generator and plug it in. Going to have to sell my drone. That thing is too lightweight. Of course, it only cost me $50. And the thing with the lightweight drones, it's also that some of them, they don't have like the advanced GPS features and some of the sensors, so they're way harder to fly than the heavier, slightly more expensive drones. Maybe you can get something like the Spark that he was talking about, or the Mavic Air. The Spark is, I think, it's gone down in price quite significantly, and those are so much more stable because they have so many sensors, and the GPS, they connect to like 7 satellites at the same time, so they know where they are. You practically don't really have to. I was testing mine because I bought a new phone. By the way, I didn't buy it. I did the trading thing, and I wanted to test it with the drone, and I flew it yesterday. It was kind of windy out there, and I just had it hover here in my front yard, and it would sense the wind. It would go like bzz, 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 and it would stay exactly in the same spot. It's incredible, the technology. How many BTU is your AC? I believe it's 13,500. Yes, it is 13,500. Did I already thank you, late bloomer? Yes, I did. Thank you for the super chat. Have a great weekend, everyone. Great weekend. The weekend is just getting started. Centralia is an abandoned town, fire burning underneath since the 1960s. Yeah, I would love to see it though. Sometimes it should be. Mr. Morris, I've been to La Carreta before, loved it. And what about in La Calle Ocho area? Well, there's La Carreta, there's Versailles, which are like the touristy places, and they're not bad. They're just touristy, but the food is good. And then, if you want to get a little bit of the beaten path and go to somewhere more local, if you go down 42nd Avenue, Lejeune Road, there's this place called Havana Harris. Is in Coral Gables. I haven't been there in a while, but it's pretty good. And there's also one called Havana Vieja, like Old Havana, Havana Vieja. It's on 37th Avenue, just a couple of blocks south of Coral Way, probably 26th Street. And they have the best tostones. Tostones is the plantain, the green plantains smashed, double fried, delicious. I heard it's illegal to go there now. It could be wrong. Maybe it is. But last I heard, there's still a couple of families living there that they don't want to leave, and they granted them permission to stay there. And as soon as they decide they don't want to live there anymore, through eminent domain, they're finally going to kick them out. But I mean, if I have to sneak in illegally, I'm not gonna do it. But I would love to go in and check it out. Love the CD, Ashley O'Neill. My son keeps singing that Ashley Creations. Well, thank you. I'm glad you liking my music. Alex, you would like the hop gun from Funky Boot. I love that hop gun. That's what I have in my fridge. Torque Lover, have you gone to Blue Hole Springs? Not yet. Like where your head sat down. Okay, Living the Keys live. How are you doing? It's been a while since I spoke to you guys. Hello from the Florida Keys. How's Robert tonight? Hello to the rest of the room too. Hope you're all doing great. Yes, it's been a fun night. We're almost at the end here, but it's great that you got to tune in. I would love to meet you guys the next time I go to the Keys. And thank you, Robert Staup. Stay up, Staup, for that super chat. I lived in Goldstream Park in Boynton Beach in 1999. Would love to see my old house sometime if you get around to it. Yes, definitely gonna go back to that area probably after the Finland trip, probably July, August. We'll probably do that. And Living the Kids Live, Robert, we have to do a collab next time you're down this way. We keep missing each other. I know. You guys are still in the marathon area, I'm sure. So yeah, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go to the Florida Keys before June, but after June, I'm definitely going down there for a couple of days. So definitely let's do that collab. If you wanna send me an email or something, and I'll write it down, and so we can communicate more. Like a real estate teacher I had. He was from New Orleans, I think he said. So we can communicate more better. That's the way he said it. That was super cool. New phone. What did you get? Still an Android? Yes, Stacy. I got the new. Let me see if I got the Samsung Galaxy S9, and what AT&T did, I was due for a trade-in, so I just turned in my LG V20, and I got this. I gotta get a case for it because this phone looks super fragile, but it has great cameras. It has dual cameras, and it's a lot faster than what I had. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it. And my old phone had replaceable battery, but no phones have that anymore. So yeah. Mesa, Arizona. I really liked Mesa, Arizona, believe it or not. It's a great town, and you can see that Superstition Mountain to the east, and the people are great, and a lot of RVs. It's like the RV capital of the world, and yeah. Okay, let me keep going down. And MFH Airstream, thank you so much for that super chat. I haven't seen you in a while, I don't think. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here at. I was going to say it's the end of our hangout, but we keep going. So whenever you guys want to finish, nice guitar. Well, that guitar back there has a little bit of a history. I've had it for probably almost 30 years. I bought it very, very soon after I arrived to Miami. I probably got it in 89 and 90, and there was this music store. Remember those in Little Havana, right on 8th Street and 18th Avenue, called Do Re Mi, like Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti Do, Do Re Mi, and they mostly sold records and later CDs, of course. And they also had like these two guitars up there, and I asked the guy how much for the guitar because I didn't have a guitar at the time. I had a guitar, but it was like really really bad. So it was like $200. It's a Spanish guitar. It's decent. Living the Keys Life Marathon. Yes, I was in Bahia Honda like a month ago, and it's still not up to speed. It wasn't at that time. The whole ocean side was still closed. So hopefully, by the next time I go there, it's back to normal. I know things are slowly getting back to normal down there, and in some places they are like you couldn't tell that a hurricane went through. In other areas, there's still those random signs that you can tell that a hurricane went through the area. Okay, sorry, I'm an hour late. Don't worry about it. We're still here. I can take you to Centralia. It's an hour north of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. All right, we can do that. I would love just because of the peculiarity of that town having that underground fire for so long. Red Jaguar, my neighbor just purchased a red version of your rig. Oh, cool! It's nice. I turned him into your channel. I turned him into the channel last night. Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. Another subscriber. That's great. And that's one thing about my trailer. But at the time I bought it, they only made the gray one. But now I have a problem. If I replace old Kia, it has to be the same color, so it would match. So if I had the red version, I would have to get a red truck. Joe, could you get an OtterBox case for your phone? I have one on my S8 Plus. Love it. OtterBox. I'm gonna check it out. I ordered one from Amazon. It's the one that has a battery in it. I don't know if it's gonna be any good, but I'm always terrified with these phones that I'm going to run out of battery late in the day, and well, yeah. But I'm gonna check that OtterBox. Hello, Robert. First time catching your stream. Really enjoy your content. Thank you so much. Ooh, that beer is getting to me. I almost burped. I'm sorry about that. And free at last. You said you broke your camera on the last trip, but didn't say how. Well, I kind of dropped it as I was climbing Cathedral Rock in Sedona. I dropped it. It hit the rock, and I kind of caught it. Like when you caught a rolling ball. If I didn't catch it, it would have rolled all the way down the mountains, but the mountain, but it still broke. It's kind of a fragile camera because it has that internal gimbal that stabilizes the image. So I might be able to fix it. Maybe it's just replacing a circuit board. I don't know. I gotta take it someplace. But with all this technology nowadays, is so complicated that it's not replacing a transistor like it used to be before. Now you have to replace almost the whole thing, and it might not be worth it. So we'll see. Michael Thompson, thanks for your video of Mount Dora. I think I'm looking at a property there because of your video. Cool. It's a nice little town there on the hills in Central Florida. I liked it a lot. Of course, I went during Christmas, so it had all the Christmas lights on. So it was probably a more special time of the year. But I think it's a nice town. It has that small, almost southern feel to it. Annette Barber, tell your wife Happy Mother's Day. I will. I will. I will. I will as soon as I finish here the video. Keith Carpenter, Mophie case is great. Battery lasts twice as long. Yeah, I've been looking at the Mophie as well, but it's the battery lasts twice as long, but it's 3 times as expensive. So I'm gonna try the cheap one first and see how that works, and if it's really crap, I might go for the Mophie. After all, that I've heard of Mophie since the first iPhone. I think they've been around for a long time, so they're probably a quality product. Venturing up to West Virginia up the Appalachian in a truck tent, and my girls are from Florida. They never seen anything like that. Oh, West Virginia has the peculiarity that is the one state that is entirely inside the Appalachian mountain range, and it's a beautiful state. I've just driven through it. I haven't really been there, and I might make just a point to spend an extra 2 days in this trip and just go through West Virginia. And I have this thing about going to the capitals of every state. So, and the capital is called Charleston. Charleston, oddly enough, and it has this beautiful golden cupola. I've seen it from the road. So I might just stop in Charleston, West Virginia, just to see the Capitol building and continue driving down. Um, so yeah, keep you posted. You'll love it. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. And Android, as a fellow video creator, cameras come and go. I cannot even count how many cameras I've had over the years. Yes, Android. By the way, Android YouTube channel, RVing, check them out. Um, I haven't had that many. Yes, I have. Well, the first one I had here was a realistic from Radio Shack, and it was a VHS camcorder, one of those that you would put over your shoulder. Then I had a Sony High 8, one of those. It used to be really high tech at the time. Then I had one of the first mini DV camcorders. This must have been late 90s. That I bought it for a trip to Cuba that I went to. And then I bought my first high def camcorder, which was an still tape. It was still tape based. It was an HDV. That was a Sony HC1 or something like that. And then I got this camera that I originally bought for my mom that it had a hard drive inside. That's the one that I've used until like 2 years ago. And then I bought the older sibling to this Sony 4K. And then there's of course the GoPro and now the Sony Action Cam. But yeah, we go through them. Thanks for the videos. Have a nice weekend with your mom and your wife. Thank you so much, Mr. Morris, and hopefully I'll see you next week. I will email you to agree on a meeting in July. Yeah, definitely. Send me an email, robert@travelingrobert.com. And when are you going on your next trip? Well, my next trip is in 3 weeks, and we're going across the pond to the city of Helsinki, Finland. And from there, I'm going to rent an RV. It's a beautiful thing. I can't wait to see the European RVs, which are completely different. Not completely, but somewhat different to American RVs. So I'm really looking forward to that, and then dumping the cassette toilet and driving stick shift. Okay, Stacy, gotta go. Hugs to everyone and cheers. We'll see you the replay to sing us out. All right, and you gotta come to Erie, Pennsylvania, in your next trip up northwest. I'm gonna try to go to Erie, Pennsylvania, but that's like really on the west, right? And more diesel. I'll give you heads up on whereabouts. It's near Berkeley Springs. Go there in October for the festival. Okay. The Apple Butter Festival. I'll check it out. Have you thought of doing a Canada trip? Definitely, Michael Thompson. I did one, not in an RV, a couple of years back in 2013, but definitely, I might even venture into Canada in this fall road trip that I'm going to do. All depends on the weather. Um, I might want to stay up north for the first snowstorm and then ride it out and then make a beeline south. Haven't had that many. Huh? Have to. That's perfect. All right, Apple Butter Festival. Yes, don't worry about that. I was just went off a tangent there. Ted Warga, Erie is northwest Pennsylvania, right on the lake. Yeah, that's. And I don't know if I'm gonna venture that far west in Pennsylvania. We'll see. Sing us out. Have an awesome weekend. Talk to you later, friend. Thank you, Joe from New Hampshire, and Kelly Clark. I live in West Virginia. The furthest point northeast is a beautiful historic town called Harper's Ferry. Yes, I've heard of Harper's Ferry. Hopefully I can make it there. I haven't that trip is still in the early planning stages, but I keep adding stuff to it. So eventually, yeah, and there's a nice KOA there too, and I'm a member, so I might do that. Okay, I'm gonna sing you guys a song, and we're gonna call it a night because I believe we have to also go to a Mother's Day celebration somewhere. I hope the mic position here is good. Harper Ferry is a cool place over a bridge. Ese lunar que tiene cielito lindo junto a la boca. You know, I was just in New Mexico, so that mariachi style of music kind of comes naturally after you've been to a place which is such a heavy Mexican influence, you know. Or I could do para bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba se necesita. No, that's not it. let me read a couple of more messages. Have a great weekend. Sometime, yeah. Mark Terry, we're going to the Northeast Pennsylvania. Check out Montrose, Pennsylvania. I will. Sing to all the mothers, and to all the mothers, happy Mother's Day. Have a great weekend, everybody. And hold on. Gotta finish my beer, right? I will see you next Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 2200 UTC for those of you around the world. And I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. Cause I'm free in my RV, yeah, I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, yeah. Cause I'm free in my RV, yeah, riding, everybody, riding in my RV. Fly Pelican wherever I want to be. Cause I'm free in mini teeny my RV. Good night. See you next week.